Matt, superb victory, 4-0 against West Brom to sign off from the EFL group stage. You must be delighted.
Yeah, really positive evening, I think, all round. Some debuts in there, some senior boys getting some much needed game time and impressing as well. I couldn't ask for any more in terms of the way they approached the game, and then our execution at times was excellent. But West Brom looked almost out on their feet for large parts of that game. So it looked like they've had a poor preparation or a long slog going into that game. They looked tired. But it just shows you where we are as a club in terms of some of our young players against a Premier League academy.
An all-round fantastic team performance, but some individual performances that are worth mentioning there. And what a goal from Jack Sparks! I mean, it's superb.
Yeah, great for him. Lucky he was only down to play just over half the game tonight. But obviously with Ben's injury, we had to play him a little bit longer. Just give him enough time to get that finish. But that's when he moved higher up the pitch. We're asking him to do a certain job in the league campaign at the moment at left back, obviously with Lewis Page's injury. But we know he's got the attacking ability in his armoury as well, so really pleasing he got that moment higher up the pitch, but his mindset has to now focus on Saturday and playing left back against a good opposition, and it's just really pleasing to see some of those young players taking the opportunities as well. It's all well and good saying these are the games they should be playing in and should get opportunities in, but even when you get an opportunity, you've got to try and impress and got to implement yourself in the game, and it's from a manager's point of view, at some stage I'll be selecting these players on merit.
What's the early diagnosis on Ben? It looked to me like maybe a hamstring.
Just after half time. I think he did it before he scored. Carried on running and scored. So typical goal scorer, hamstring. Look, durability and being robust is something which is underestimated. And if you ever needed to be like that this season, it's with all the games. And unfortunately, Ben's not quite there yet in terms of his body, and he'll pick up little niggles like that. So hopefully it's not too long. Hopefully it's just a strain as opposed to a tear. Because he was bright in terms of his game, first half as well, and even before his goal. So I really like the dynamic him and Nicky gave us at the top end of the pitch. But that's the way it is. Obviously, Josh and Tom took physical whacks or knocks or bangs at the weekend, and then Ben's picked up a muscle injury tonight. So the squad is going to be tested. We know that. But every time an injury happens, then it's another opportunity for another player.
We saw a decent performance as well from young Nelson Isagwan. Was that performance last week in the FA Youth Cup, is that what earned him a start tonight?
No, he's training with us on a regular basis. We know about Nelson. We know he's got some fantastic attributes. He's going to be a hell of a player. He's got to still understand what he's needed to do at certain times in the game. But like I say, physically he's outstanding for his age. We've just got to almost polish a rough diamond there.
And the good news is that by topping the group, we have a home draw in it.
Yeah, less travelling. Look, we'll see who we get. I think there's some good teams who will finish second in a lot of groups. So, I think last year at this stage we played Ipswich at home. So you can never choose who you get. The best thing about tonight is another home tie and a little bit of money for the club.